Hello guys, this is going to be outside University Mall, and if you're asking why there's no cars in the parking lot, that's because this is Easter Sunday, and apparently everything in Carbondale is closed. The only thing the only business we noticed that was open was literally Petco. So basically you could go to Petco, get a cat, and then regret it. But to be honest, you never regret getting a cat. Cats are nice. Alright, so we're walking up over here to S&B Burger Joint. Before that was Garfield's. That closed during the pandemic. There's Macy's. It closed in March of 2020. Smart food. Yeah, but no one walks over here anymore. That's why this is so rough down here, because no one comes down here, because nothing's open. The only thing that's open literally is Big Watts over there is open, I know. Hobby Lobby's always closed on Sundays. So yeah. No, you can't really see anything inside. But one time I know in there they had a grease fire one time in there. Right, here's Macy's, what used to be Macy's. And if you have seen my outro where it's like the Macy's with the music. Well, that's this Macy's here, but it's not this entrance. I'll show you which entrance it was. But that was back when it was open, before they started liquidating and closing. Because this went bye-bye in March, the shutdown. JCPenney started liquidating around July or June, and they closed in October of 2020. So, University Mall lost their two last anchors there anyway. By the way, for asking why are only 2 out of the 4 places that are anchors was occupied, it's because the other 2 were Aetna Healthcare and SIH, Southern Illinois Healthcare. And they recently just bought this mall from a different company that owned this mall before, but they bought it. So you know what's happening to this mall. By 2024, this is probably going to be all SIH offices. But that was all the entrances for Macy's. I didn't bother looking in there at that entrance. We can look at the next entrance. But this is pretty nice though. And this Macy's was part of the add-on that they added onto the mall in 1991. But this was Famous Bar when that first opened. Then in 2006, when all the famous bars became Macy's, this became Macy's too. Even Goodwill's closed over there. Because Goodwill's always usually open. But most of this is closed on Easter. With the only thing that's open, there's a strip mall over there with the AMC. The only thing that's open is the AMC and the Mod Pizza right next to it, I guess. And it looked like the whole population of 25,000 of Carbondale was there at AMC seeing a movie. There's a lot of people. This was the photo that was used for my outro, because it was all the way back there. It was on Google Earth, because Google Earth still hasn't updated the parking lot of the mall, so you can still see back when the Pennies and Macy's were open. See if you can see anything. No smoking, no photography. Oh my god, I'm breaking the rules. Yeah, I can't really see anything in there anyway. That's where it used to say Macy's at the top there. But yeah, the mall's closed today, so yeah, that's why no cars are here. And no cars have probably only 5 cars have been and through this parking lot since 2020 when the anchors back here closed. And this is the other side of Macy's you can get into. I'm pretty sure there's an entrance back here. And then next up will be the entrance to get into the former JCPenney, because you had to drive all the way behind the mall to get in JCPenney. I could show you the label scars. But first, after that, is this over here, which is Aetna Healthcare. And that was another add-on to the mall, along with this wing and these two anchors here. Because that was a venture before it became K's Merchandise, before all of them closed in 2008. And by the way, K's Merchandise was a department store in the Midwest with over like about 30 locations at the time of when they closed, and they had some in like Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, and Iowa. I think the states that they had those, because actually their main headquarters was in Decatur, where they started, Decatur, Illinois, which was right above Springfield. On white order pickup, that's no longer there. Can't really see too good in there, except like the fixtures and stuff. And by the way, it wasn't always painted this color, because after Aetna Healthcare took over this anchor building, they ended up painting it a different color, making this all blue and gray and stuff. But yeah. Oh, sounds like something's there. Open the door. Oh, here's the loading base for Macy's. There's a little part of the mall there. That looked like when they would have stores at, like, with that one toy place by this anchor building. Yes, there's a toy place by this anchor building. It's called My Fave Toys, I remember. And they closed store in 2016, 2017. It was a locally run toy store. But speaking of which, I think recently Aetna might have left this mall. You know why? Because they took down the sign for it. So it's oddly weird to me that they take down the sign for it, but I still see the lights on in there inside Aetna. So, yeah. And by the way, if you're curious, you can't get into Aetna through the mall entrance. Yes, there's a mall entrance for Aetna. You would think no, they would just wall it off, but no, you can get through it through the mall. They even like the where you go in, the mall entrance is fancy because it's gray that says Aetna, and it has that little swirly thing that spins you around before you get to the desk there. Like the thing that spins you around. Like, yeah. Alright, after this would be the former Pennies we're coming up to. It looks like someone's driving. Alright. Here we go. Hopefully this won't take too long to get from point A to point B in this mall. But this is the back. I wanted to show you the back first of all. Make sure there's no cars coming, because I'm in the middle of the road. But it's Easter, so no one's driving here anyway. Only a few people are, because, they don't know the mall's closed on Easter. Which it does have it on their website, but most people don't go to their website, because their website's a joke, literally. Alright, by the way, their website is shop@universitymall.com. It's shop@universitymall.com is what their website is. It's total trash, though. Over here's getting to where the former Pennies was. That's still empty to this day. Looks like there's a car over here. Looks like SIH over there's open today. I don't know why there's cars here at the Pennies, even though they closed up shop back in October of 2020. But this over here, this awning was where you would pick up things. That'd be like the pickup area to pick up merchandise you ordered online. But it's sad though that this Pennies closed, because by this one closing, the nearest one is in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, which is an hour away, literally. So yeah. There's another way to get in Etna, I guess. But Etna isn't open today. Most of the malls, and I guess the only thing that's open today is SIH. Oh. Why is there cars here is my question. Why in the world is there cars here? There's cars back there too. I don't know why they're here. This mall's closed and closed. Why would you park by the Pennies? It's closed over 2 years ago. Probably like 3 at this point. And this is the gate where probably like the people would come out, and this is where you pull up for it. It looks like people wrote stuff on the desk. Here's the store hours. No, you can't see anything in there. They blacked it out. Yeah, but if you look at the mall entrance, a lot of their fixtures that they didn't sell during their liquidation, I guess they still have in there, which is really weird. But yeah, this was another way to get in Pennies, I guess. So this took you to the back, probably for the workers. No, it takes you to the front. I guess it does. But this Pennies is pretty big, because I was disappointed at the Pennies at Kentucky Oaks Mall in Paducah. That's where it would say J.C. Penney, because they took it down. And the main entrance is over here somewhere. You'll see it in a second. But I like this brickwork though. Keep in mind, this Pennies was the first thing at this mall to be built in the first place. There's the white dots, which that's where it said J.C. Penney before they took the signs down. But this was the last original anchor to this mall. And this fancy little awning was the main entrance to Pennies back in the day. It was. I'm not gonna bother looking. You know what? Let's look through. They probably have it all boarded up or something, but who knows? Ooh, yay, Wi-Fi. Pennies has Wi-Fi. Well, not anymore. Oh, that's where one of their desks would be. But not customer service, because I know when you look in the mall entrance of Pennies, the customer service desk is right there at the mall entrance, not there, so that's something else. And here's the Pennies building. Over there is SIH. And part of this, not all of this, used to be Elder Beerman. Well, it was an add-on in 1980. It was this wing here that's now SIH was an add-on. And only part of it was Meese Department Store, which was a local department store before they got bought out by Elder Beerman in 1989. So yeah. And here's where the J.C. Penney loading bays were. And here's SAH. And this is just offices, keep in mind. Look at this ancient sign, UM. That was probably the original sign they had here. And you could see the Bath and Body Works inside that the gate's closed, because this is closed today. The mall is anyway. Yeah. Let's see. That is such a cool sign though. UM, University Mall. Power says the doors available at the food court hall and the center court entrances. Well, the food court entrance no longer exists because that's now part of SIH. And there's a look in there. And if you look off to your left, there's a little passageway there, and that was the Penny's Optical or the hair salon. I don't know which. Oh yeah, it was the optical, I know. Because there used to be a sign for it where you could go in the optical, but they took that down about 5 years before the Penny's closed itself because the optical closed. And I'm wondering, what is this? But a thing that I've been searching for is I've been trying to find the mall office. I have no idea where it is. Smoke-free environment. That's where American Eagle Outfitters is. What is this? Is this the office? Call security. Is this some sort of office? It looks like the mall office or maybe security office. Something like that. Try to be careful not to get stung by a wasp because today's a warm day and there's wasps everywhere. Here's some offices. Marketing office. Then system office expansion. Ooh, look at that bird. Hi, bird. Goodbye now. And this is getting close to SIH. And one of these entrances over here would have been, trying to think of the name, would have been the entrance to Elder Behrman or Mies. Back when those were here. Elder Behrman closed in the early 2000s. I don't know if this was one of the entrances. This probably was. Here's a book in there. They still use that, obviously. But it looks like they're open today. This is the only thing that's open. I guess this is SIH. Because there's a few SIH cars here. And there's a few cars, so there's probably at least a few people working in here today. Yeah, so this was all, part of this would have been Mies / Elder Behrman. And then when SIH took that anchor building over in the early 2000s, later on in about 2020, they took over the rest of the wing because there was no stores in it anyway. Like, probably there's no stores in it for at least like 20 years, but there's the food court down there. That became SIH. The garbage there. We're getting close to the end because over here will be the other side of SIH, and then there'll be also like back here will also be the movie theater entrance if you're going to see a movie at VIP cinemas. Before that, Shoe Department Encore all the way down to the movie theater in not Bath and Body Works, Bed Bath & Beyond, where that used to be. All that was Sears when it opened, because this mall opened with Penny's and Sears in 1974. Then in 1980, they added on the wing, a new wing with the anchor Mies, which became Elder Behrman, like I mentioned. And once that closes, came SIH a few years later. And then over the years, SIH ended up like, taking all of this wing where the food court was, because before it was down this wing, where Maurice's and that is now, by the main mall entrance now. There used to be a food court for years and years before, until 2004, when they moved it down to this wing, which makes no sense in my opinion. Because what's the purpose? Though? Like, it makes no sense, because people that would visit the mall for the first time would have no idea where the food court would be. And basically, very quickly, the food court got less and less tenants, and, well, the food court closed, and it was closed a long time before SIH bought that part of the mall, the rest of that wing. Because this here, I'm pretty sure, would be one of the entrances to Mies, later Elder Behrman. But that entrance down there was the mall food court entrance. Because yes, they did used to have a food court entrance. But when it became SIH, it became another SIH entrance, which happened. But I'm pretty sure this was the food court entrance, because if you went in here, you would be in the food court or by the food court. I know. But yeah. Here it is. Yeah, this definitely used to be the entrance for the food court. It's now SIH. Cool. Newspaper that no one reads. Cool. Looks like the VIP cinemas may be open today. But I'm questioning how in the world would that work, because the mall has all their entrances locked. Well, maybe the mall unlocked their movie theater entrance, and maybe you can go to VIP cinemas. I don't know. We'll see. Because when I tried the main entrance to the mall, it was locked, just as I thought. So yeah. Oh wow, I assumed this video would be over 20 minutes, but we're almost there, guys. Don't worry. Oh yes, this entrance is not accessible. Wonder why. That's weird. But down this corridor was bathrooms for years and years. I think off to the right there of your screen, I'm pretty sure that was the bathrooms. And I'm pretty sure because they had them somewhere around there before they added on before they added on famous bar and venture. But it's so sad, this mall was so dead. For real. But it looks like cars are here. So I'm wondering if this entrance is open, because I guess maybe the movie theater's open. So the mall decided to open this entrance and this one only to go see movies. Because there's no entrance for a movie theater, you have to use this entrance. So maybe they have this one unlocked and you could go inside because there's cars here. Which I'm wondering, maybe you can go to the movie theater here, because that's where you normally go out. But why is there cars here is my question. But this is VIP Cinemas. This was AMC. But when VIP Cinemas took it over, they never really changed anything there. That's the hallway. And that's the door that used to go out of VIP Cinemas, because there's a door to go out, but not a door to go in. So that's what making me think maybe they have these unlocked. We'll try them. We'll try them. Oh wow. They do go in this part, as I suspected, but they have the rest of the mall closed off. Let's just take a look in the mall really quick. That's Bed Bath & Beyond after they closed, if you're curious. Everything in this mall is closed except SIH. Oh, ow, I almost dropped that air in VIP Cinemas. So yeah, and then they have this gate closed off. Get tickets now. Alright. So what I'm going to do is, after I show you the rest of the mall, I will just pause this for you guys. Then I'll walk back out and we can continue doing outside of this mall. Oh! Almost dropped that. Looks like they're still piping in music though to this mall. Right there's a look. I will pause and I will see you guys back outside. Alright, now we're back out again. Alright, let's do the rest of this. And the rest of this will be just the front. There's the University Mall entrance for the movies. Because before that was VIP Cinemas, that was AMC. When that part was added on, because that part was Sears and then became Montgomery Ward when they moved to Marion in 1990. When they moved to Marion Mall, there's Bed Bath & Beyond sign. You can't really see it from this distance because I'm right by the building here. So let's do this. Alright. Yeah, but everything's closed though. That's why I'm disappointed today. Everything's closed for Easter. Even T-Mobile and K Jewelers over there, that's the back of them. They're not even open today. It's how many stores are not open today. Alright, this was the entrance to former Bed Bath & Beyond, the non-mall entrance. And that's where they used to have the carts, but I guess right after I recorded that, they took the carts somewhere else. Took the carts out, but they kept the cart corral there for some reason, even though they moved it. This store is closing soon. It's so funny, because it's more like this store is closed. For some reason, they keep on the lights, though. They still keep on the lights inside there, even though they closed. And Ross says this is the only thing in the mall that has outside entrance only, so you can't go inside. But they're closed today. Everything is in here except VIP Cinemas and SIH. Those are the only things that are open. There's Ross. Yep, Ross. Looks like they're closed. No cars in the parking lot anyway. Now hiring. Yep, their lights are out too. Yep. There's the store hours. But that probably won't matter too much because this mall was closed today. And over here's the Wayne Bryant that closed like years ago, almost 10 years ago at this point. The Wayne Bryant did. Yeah, but here it is, Wayne Bryant. This was at the Marion Mall before they moved here. Back here. Because actually, they ended up, they were here when the mall opened. And then they were in a different spot, obviously. And then Marion Mall, when that was opened in 1990, they moved there. And then a few years later, like around 2015 or so, when Marion Mall started losing all their tenants and going downhill, they ended up coming back here again. And this is one of the entrances too, because from what I know of back in the day, this used to be the mall entrance, the normal mall entrance for years and years before they added on, and then the other one became the main entrance. This is 2 bugs and a bean here. This 2 bugs of bean, you can donate children's clothes here and they'll sell them. They're closed today too. But yeah, past few times I've been here, they haven't been open for some reason. But yeah, we're starting to get close to our final destination. Oh my God, what is that? Oh, okay. This is the Old Navy sign here. Back in the day when this opened, this was Walgreens. And they actually had an outside entrance here. But when Old Navy came here in the early 2000s, after Walgreens moved in the 90s, they ended up walling off their entrance and getting rid of it, their outside entrance. So now they only have inside entrance. But that's a big space though, for real. And Old Navy's moving. This summer they are over to where Best Buy used to be, right across the street in the strip mall. At the University Place strip mall. Because funny enough, where the places in University Place is University Place Dental. Hee hee. Alright, we're getting very close here. So yeah, sorry guys for the so long video. This is probably the longest video I've ever uploaded. I wanted to show you guys the outside of the Carbondale Mall. And once we get here to the big U and the main entrance here, I will stop it. And this will be the only video for today, because I'm worn out and I want to go home. I do though. Oh yeah. But speaking of which, I may do a store tour of Dollar General and do coin today, because we're heading that way anyway. So I might do that. Right, here's Maurice's. And this door here is only for employees. I guess for getting inventory or something. Yes, because what they mean by please use the main entrance is basically their mall entrance. They have it basically blocked off like that. Alright, that was a look at the outside of University Mall in Carbondale, Illinois. Bye, guys.